that there is traction. There's a series of things that I think ought to be on the table, we ought to be pushing hard for. One of them is pay our military first. Guarantee that we pay our military first. They should not be used as a pawn in a political leverage situation, and they have been. That's got to stop. And the second thing is pay our interest next and our principal third, so that we keep our credit. During the farm crisis in the 80s, we didn't do very well in my business, but we paid the banker first so that we'd have some access to capital. And then, now you can get down to this point of, will it be a constitutional amendment to require a balanced budget as we passed out of the Judiciary Committee? And could that pass the House and the Senate, be message to the states? If that were passed, if it were ratified, and if it had done so in 95 when they fell one vote short in the Senate, passed the House, one vote short in the Senate, I think if the states would have ratified that balanced budget, we wouldn't be having this discussion today on a debt ceiling. In fact, I know we wouldn't. And then let's throw Obamacare into that and see if the president really is serious about leaving his ultimatums at the door.
So you've got a soup-to-nuts approach, while the president is trying to limit the discussion to this more narrow band within some of the parameters set by your speaker, John Boehner, for $1 in cuts, for $1 in new debt. How confident are you that Boehner's going to be able to hold Obama to that line when they get down to the final negotiation?
Well, we saw what happened in the continuing resolution debate. It was going to be $100 billion, then it became $61 billion, then it became $38.5 billion, then it became something else. I'm not one who looks at a dollar figure and says that's a principle that we can stand and fight on, because money can always go up or down. So I'd like to see bright line principles. I'd like to accomplish something that has lasting value. Otherwise, we're just handing a new credit card to the president and using it to pay the interest and the minimum balance on the previous credit card, and we're back into the same soup again. It's nuts to be in that soup again, to kind of twist your phrase, Chris.
Touche. Now, Congressman, I take it that one of those bright lines would have to do with taxes. And I know that you don't favor any tax increases, but what about this question of what the president calls loopholes, what some call revenue distortions, but basically things that provide special tax incentives or credits to individuals or corporations for conducting a certain kind of business or conducting it in a certain kind of way?
Well, here's a way to look at it, and it's from my deck. I can see at least 39 wind chargers out there generating electricity. By the end of this season, 20% of the electricity in the state of Iowa will come from wind. Now, that's probably what they would label as a corporate loophole. Did we want that wind generation or didn't we? Those things they call corporate loopholes are, as you said, an incentive. So once you look at them piece by piece, and you can determine then whether it actually is a loophole or whether it's something that was providing an incentive. I think they're all designed to provide incentives, and the revenue that would be generated by that, let me see the numbers, but I don't think it'll be anywhere close to what we need to find. And we have to address entitlements. Let's do the long-term things and fix this, so we're not continually fighting here in the temporary just to get the president a new credit card. That's what he wants. He asked for $2.4 trillion.